This video will be a comparison between Ronnie Coleman in 2003 and Big Ramy in 2017, which arguably witnessed his best physique ever on Olympia stage, where he was placed second to Phil Heath. Now, this video will not be about comparing their poses as much as praising Big Ramy, who has worked hard to achieve this level, taking Ronnie as an inspiration and motivation, and stating more than once that he considers Ronnie as the greatest bodybuilder of all time. The front double biceps shows that Ramy doesn't lack the size or the width to match Ronnie. He has massive and ripped arms, wide lats, impressive V-taper, and incredibly huge quads. What Ramy truly lacks is muscles maturity. And we saw this maturity in Ronnie's physique since day one, when he won the Olympia title for the first time in 1998. So I think it's a matter of genetics to obtain this level of maturity, and doesn't basically rely on hard working alone, because Ramy definitely works as hard as possible to achieve his goals. The front lat spread is another pose that shows Ramy's width and size, but it also shows Ronnie's superior conditioning in the shredded chest, shoulders, and conditioned quads. Although he achieved unprecedented size in 2003, but Ronnie is still more proportional than Ramy is. Everything flows perfectly between the upper and the lower part. Both hit a very impressive side chest, because both have incredibly developed upper parts, especially the chest, the shoulders, and the arms areas. Both show shredded lines in their chest, shoulders, and thighs. Ramy's glutes look amazingly ripped in this pose. The back shots show Ronnie's superior conditioning, representing the true definition of muscles maturity. No matter how hard Ramy trains, he will never achieve this level of conditioned and ripped muscles because it has to do with genetics. Just look at the lines in Ronnie's lats, lower back, glutes, and hamstrings. They just make an amazing sculpture out of muscles, while Ramy, on the other hand, barely shows any of these lines. Now, both hit a great back double biceps. Both have amazing shoulders and arms. Both have the necessary width to show an impressive V-taper which packs a huge amount of muscles. But the lower part makes the difference, with Ronnie's superior conditioning in the incredibly ripped glutes and hamstrings. Ronnie, by the way, arguably had the greatest glutes in bodybuilding history, along with the Turkish bodybuilder Hamdullah Aykutlu, whom I compared to Ronnie in another video. The rear lat spread shows the incredible width they have in their lats. Ronnie's delts look more impressive in this pose. Again, Ronnie's lower part, especially his glutes, were unmatched. Just notice how ripped and shredded his glutes and hamstrings are in comparison to those of Ramy. Ramy is one of the massive bodybuilders who cares about his midsection and maintains ripped abs as much as possible. He was never criticized for having a bloated stomach like that of Phil Heath, for example, and that's what urged a lot of fans to claim that he was the uncrowned 2017 Mr. Olympia against Phil, who had a bloated midsection that year. Ramy is one of the bodybuilders who prefer to hit the most muscular with his hands on his thighs. He doesn't prefer the grab most muscular pose much, probably because he knows that his delts don't show well in this pose. While Ronnie, on the other hand, was known for hitting a very impressive most muscular pose, whether the grab pose or with his hands on his thighs, showing amazing level of size combined with conditioning represented in the shredded lines in his chest, shoulders, and ripped and separated huge quads. You can easily notice the level of muscles maturity this amazing bodybuilder had in his successful career, thanks to his amazing genetics. I just want to say that people should stop comparing Ramy to Ronnie or anyone else. Ramy is Ramy, and we love him for being who he is. He trains as hard as possible to achieve the goal, and it doesn't matter whether he became Mr. Olympia or not. We know that he did his best, and we also know that he struggled a lot against poverty and incredible odds to be in the place where he is now. He is the 2017 Mr. Olympia second place winner and the 2017 Arnold Classic winner. So all the best for Ramy, and wishing the legend, Ronnie Coleman, good health. We are thinking about you, Ronnie, as we often do, and wishing you all the happiness that your heart can hold. That was all for this video. Thanks for watching, and have a